Greetings! Manta79 here, and welcome back to another deck profile video for Cardfight Vanguard Deer Days! Alrighty, let's get started. Pressing the A button now. Loading game and proceeding. Here we are in the main menu, off to edit deck menu. And now in today's video, the deck profile I'm going to be going for is a Stoicheia's Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom D-BT11. Alrighty, let's get started. Selecting the deck, entering edit deck, and off we go. Here we are in the edit deck menu. And like I just mentioned before, the deck I'm building today's deck profile video is a Stoicheia's Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom deck, made up of cards only available up until D-BT11. Okie dokie, let's get started. Selecting the filter settings, going to pack, show only cards from D-BT1, Genesis of the 5 Greats, D-BT2, Rush of Legends, D-BT3, Advance of Intertwined Stars, D-BT4, Awakening of Chakrabarti, D-BT5, Shrine Return of Brave Heroes, Festival Collection 2021, Festival Collection 2022, Promo Pack number 1, D-BT6, Blazing Dragon Reborn, D-BT7, Raging Flame Against Emerald Storm, D-BT8, Minerva Rising, D-BT9, Dragon Tree Invasion, D-BT10, Dragon Masquerade, Festival Booster 2023, and D-BT11, Rising of Heroes. Pack selected, apply filters, filters applied, let's get started. First up, the right deck. And now for the right deck. For the cards in this right deck, we're playing right deck, Grade 3, Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. Skills, first skill, action as a Vanguard, once per turn. Cost, discard a card from hand. If the cost and paid, choose a unique card with only Aqua Force for its clan or a Tear Dragon from your soul, call it to Rearguard Circle, and it gets auto as a rearguard. When this unit attacks, if your opponent's Vanguard is Grade 3 or greater, and if it's the first battle of the turn, cost, counterblast 1. If the cost and paid, stand this unit until end of turn, and at the end of turn, put that unit into your soul. Second skill, auto as a Vanguard. When this unit attacks a Vanguard, if it is the 4th battle of this turn or more, draw a card. Choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it. And alright, Grade 3, Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. We have won the right deck. Next up, right deck, Grade 2, Marine General of Restless Tides, Algos. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon by a unit with only Aqua Force for its clan, look at the top 7 cards of your deck. Choose up to 1 unit card with only Aqua Force for its clan or a Tear Dragon from among them, call it to Rearguard Circle and shuffle deck. Second skill, auto is a rearguard. When this unit attacks, if it is the 4th battle of this turn or more, if you have a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard with Maelstrom its card name, until end of battle, this unit gets plus 5,000 power, and auto as a rearguard. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, draw a card. Okie dokie, Grade 2, Marine General of Restless Tides, Algos. We have won the right deck. Next up, right deck, Grade 1, Tier Knight Theo. Skills, first skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon by a unit with only Aqua Force for its clan, search your deck for up to 1 Blue Storm Armada card, and reveal it, put it into hand and shuffle deck. Second skill, continuous as a rearguard. During your turn, if you have a Vanguard of Maelstrom its card name, this unit gets plus 5,000 power. Affirmative, the Grade 1, Tier Knight Theo. We have won the right deck. Next up, right deck, Grade 0, Officer Cadet Eric. Starting unit, skill, auto. When this unit is rolled upon, if you went second, draw a card. And confirm, Grade 0, Officer Cadet Eric. Starting unit, we have won the right deck. With that, we've covered the deck's right deck. Next, let's get on to the Grade 3 lineup. And now, for the Grade 3 lineup. For the Grade 3s in this deck, we are playing Grade 3, Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. Since we explained this card's skills and effects during the right deck portion of the video, we just skip ahead. For the Grade 3, Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom, we have 3 in the main deck. Next up, the Grade 3, Blue Artillery Dragon, Inlet Pulse Dragon. Skills, first skill, auto as a rearguard. At the end of battle, this unit attacks a Grade 3 or greater Vanguard. If it is the 1st battle of the turn, and your Vanguard is Flagship Dragon, Flagbird Dragon, cost, Soul Blast 1. If the cost and paid, stand this unit. Second skill, auto as a rearguard. At the end of your turn, if the total number of attacks this turn is 4 or more, cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost and paid, draw a card. And alright, Grade 3, Blue Artillery Dragon, Inlet Pulse Dragon. We have 3 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 3, Set Order, Blue Storm Armada. Storm of Judgment. Skills, first skill, Order. After a set order is played, put into Order Zone. Place if you have a Vanguard of Maelstrom in its card name. Second skill, Auto. When this card is put into Order Zone, activate all of the effects below. First effect, choose up to one unit card with only Aqua Force for its clan or a tier dragon from your drop and call it to rear circle. Second effect, choose one of your rear guards, and it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn for each other Storm of Judgment in your Order Zone. Okie dokie, Grade 3, Storm of Judgment, we have 3 in the deck. And next, the Grade 3, Normal Order, Gradiac Gradel. Skills, first skill, Continuous, Reckless Piece. You may only have one Reckless Piece in your deck and use it a total of 1 time in a fight. Second skill, Order. Please if you have a Grade 3 Vanguard Persona Ride and do not ride this turn. Activate Persona Ride. Draw a card, all of your front units gets plus 10,000 power this turn, and your regard to Persona Road. Affirmative, Grade 3, Gradiac Gradel, we have 1 in the deck. And with that, we've covered the deck's Grade 3 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 2 lineup. And now, for the Grade 2 lineup. For the Grade 2s in this deck we are playing, Grade 2, Tidal Assault. Skills, first skill, Auto as a rear guard. When this unit attacks, cost Soul Blast 1. If the cost and pay, choose one of your Vanguards with Maelstrom in its card name, and it gets plus 5,000 power until end of turn. Second skill, Auto as a rear guard. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked. If it is the second battle of this turn, and you have a standing Vanguard of Maelstrom in its card name, cost Counter Blast 1. If the cost and pay, stand this unit. Alrighty, Grade 2, Tidal Assault, we have 3 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 2, Flow Strike Brave Shooter. Skills, first skill, Continuous as a rear guard. This unit gets plus 5,000 power for each Blue Storm Armada in your Order Zone, active on opponent's turn 2. Second skill, Auto as a back row rear guard. At the end of the battle, your other rear guard in the same column as this unit attacked. If you have a Vanguard with Maelstrom in its card name, cost Counter Blast 1. If the cost and pay, choose one of your other rear guards and swap that unit's position of this unit. And okie dokie, the Grade 2, Flow Strike Brave Shooter, we have 4 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 2 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 1 lineup. And now, for the Grade 1 lineup. For the Grade 1s in this deck we are playing, Grade 1, Plan to Prevent Dragon, Sentinel, Perfect Guard. Skills, first skill, Continuous, Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in the deck. Second skill, Auto. When this unit is put in Guardian Circle, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. If your hand has 2 or more cards, choose a card from hand and discard it. Alright, Grade 1, Plan to Prevent Dragon, we have 3 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 1, Blitz Order, Elementaris Sanctitude. Skills, first skill, Continuous Sentinel. You may only have up to 4 cards of Continuous Sentinel in the deck. Second skill, Continuous. You may only have 1 Elementaris Sanctitude in the deck. Third skill, Order. If your opponent's Vanguard triple drive, this ability can be played without paying the cost. Place the cost of, discard a card from hand if your Vanguard is Grade 3 or less. If the cost and paid, choose one of your units, and it cannot be hit until end of battle. Remove this card. Okie dokie, Grade 1, Elementaris Sanctitude, we have 1 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 1, Wheel Assault. Skills, Auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit boosted if you have a Vanguard of Maelstrom in its card name. Cost Soul Blast 1. If the cost and pay, choose 2 of your rear guards and swap their positions. Affirmative, Grade 1, Wheel Assault, we have 4 in the deck. And next, the Grade 1, Tier Knight Theo. Since we explained this card's skills and effects during the Ride deck portion of the video, we'll just skip ahead. For the Grade 1, Tier Knight Theo, we have 2 in the main deck. And next, the Grade 1, Tier Knight Heracles. Skill, Auto. When this unit is placed on rear circle, if you have a Vanguard with only Aqua Force for its clan, cost, discard a card from hand. If the cost and paid, search your deck or drop for up to 1 Blue Storm Armada card, reveal it, put it to hand, and shuffle deck. And confirm, Grade 1, Tier Knight Heracles, we have 3 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's Grade 1 lineup. Next, let's get on to the Grade 0 lineup. And now for the trigger lineup. For the triggers in this deck we are playing, Grade 0, Source Dragon Deity of Blessings, Bless Favor, Overtrigger. Skill, trigger, additional effect. Draw a card. Choose one of your units and it gets +1 critical until end of turn. All of your front row units gets plus 10,000 power, and if your damage zone has the same number of cards as your opponent's or more, choose a card from damage zone and heal it. Alright, Grade 0, Source Dragon Deity of Blessings, Bless Favor, Overtrigger. We have 1 in the deck. Next up, Grade 0, Aspiring Maiden Alana, Critical Trigger, Skill, Auto as a rear guard. At the end of battle, this unit boosted, cost, put this unit into your soul. If the cost and pay, choose one of your units, and it gets plus 2,000 power until end of turn. And okay, Grade 0, Aspiring Maiden Alana, critical trigger, we have 4 on the deck. Next up, the Grade 0, Tier Knight Costas. Critical trigger, we have 3 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0, Serene Maiden Lena, draw trigger. Skill, continuous as a guardian. If your opponent's Vanguard is grade 3 or greater, this unit gets plus 5,000 shield. And affirmative, Grade 0, Serene Maiden Lena, draw trigger, we have 4 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0, Macrosis Noble Nietzsche, heal trigger. Skill, auto, when this unit is put in the Guardian Circle. If your Vanguard's grade is less than your opponent's Vanguard grade, this unit gets plus 10,000 shield until end of battle. And confirm, Grade 0, Narcissus Noble Needlegy, we have 2 in the deck. Next up, the Grade 0, Battle Siren Dorcia, heal trigger, we have 2 in the deck. And at that, we've covered the deck's trigger lineup. And at that, the deck's been built, card up is explained. For the cards in this deck we are playing, 3, Grade 3, Blue Artillery Dragon, Inlet Pulse Dragon. 4, Grade 3, Blue Storm Dragon, Maelstrom. 3, Grade 3, Set Order, Blue Storm Armada, Storm of Judgment. 1, Grade 3, Grad Gredo. 3, Grade 2, Tidal Assault. 1, Grade 2, Marine General of Restless Tides, Algos. 4, Grade 2, Flow Strike Brave Shooter. 3, Grade 1, Planet Prevent Dragon. 1, Grade 1, Elementara Sanctitude. 4, Grade 1, Wheel Assault. 3, Grade 1, Tier Knight Theo. 3, Grade 1, Tier Knight Euryclus. 1, Grade 0, Officer Cadet Eric, starting unit. And for the triggers in this deck we are playing, 1, Source Dragon D, Blessings of Blessed Favor, over trigger. 7, critical triggers. 4, draw triggers. And 4, heal triggers. With that, the deck's been built, card up is explained. Next, let's get on the test out of the deck. And here we are, main menu. Going to test out the deck, selecting fight menu, selecting CPU fight, selecting the deck I just showcased to you, the Stoicheia's Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom D-BT11 deck. It all looks fine from here, selecting the deck, choosing my opponent for this fight. I'm going to test it out on Lyrical Monasterios, Mika Shibuya, hard difficulty, and click. And the battle begins. Let's get started. Here we are in the fight. We're gonna decide who goes first. So, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper to paper, one more time. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. One more time. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock the scissors. I win. Going first. Drawing our starting hands. I got myself a Persona Right, a Euryclus, a critical, a heal, and a Storm of Judgment. Let's see. Definitely gonna redraw all triggers. Hold on to the Persona Right, and now let's see. My Grade 1 Tier Knight Theo lets me search for Blue Storm Armada from my deck, and the same goes for Euryclus, so I can afford to return Storm of Judgment and try my luck to get a better card. Redraw! Yes! I got a Theo, Wheel Assault, and a Persona Right card. Not a bad draw. Draw! I arrive from the right deck, Tier Knight Theo. Right deck cost, let's see. I have 2 copies of Wheel Assault. I can afford to ditch 1, discard, and ride Theo from my deck. Right deck, and end the turn. My opponent's turn. My opponent rides to Grade 1, Nanami. Skill Nanami's, resurrecting a Grade 1 from drop zone. Grade 1, Ibata. Skill starting unit, she draws a card. She calls Eileen to rear guard. Vanguard, 8K. No guard, gonna take it. Drive check. Heal trigger. Yes, trigger wasted. All she is power, nothing to heal. 1 damage to me. Ow! Damage check. No trigger. One more tap. No guard.
ノーガードだ
Out.
ダメー
Damage
ジ
check. No trigger. End of opponent's turn. My turn. Stand and draw. Perfect guard, not too shabby. I write Marine General of Restless Tides Algos from the ride deck. Discarding, I already have Maelstrom in hand to pursue and ride with. Not to mention I have to play the order card Bluestorm of Judgment from my hand the moment I ride to grade 3, so I guess I should ditch Gradia Gradel and ride Algos. Skill of Theo.
スキル発動だ
Theo skill, search for Bluestorm of Judgment from my deck and add to hand. Next, I call to the rear guards. Earlocus.
コール
Earlocus' skill, discard Bluestorm Armada Storm of Judgment from hand,
発動
and search for another one in my deck, reducing the number of order cards in my deck to make it easier to get a trigger. Add to hand. Then I call Theo to rear guard. Call.
コール
And Wheel Assault. Call.
コール
That ought to do it. Battle phase. Wheel Assault attacks the rear guard
リア
Eileen.
ガードにアタック
8k to 8k. The attack goes through. Slash. One less rear guard to worry about. Eradicus to Vanguard.
ヴァン
8k.
ガードにアタック
The attack goes through. Slash. 1 damage. Damage check. No trigger. Safe. Now boosted by Theo. Vanguard to Vanguard.
ヴァン
18k.
ガードにアタック
Drive
チェッ
check.
クザドライブトリガー
No trigger. Inlet pulse. Not too shabby. And bang bang bang. 1 more damage. Check. No trigger. Safe. End of my turn. My opponent's
ターン
turn.
エンド
Here comes the grade 2, Kiora. She's calling Melty. 20k to Vanguard. 10k from the rear guard, not counting triggers. I have nothing to guard with, no choice, gotta take it all. No guard.
ノーガードだ
Drive check. No trigger, grade 4. So she can ride to grade 4 now. Out.
ダメージ
Damage check. No trigger, Earlocus, not good. Here comes 10k from Melty. No guard.
ノーガードダメージ
Damage check. Critical, wasted a critical, not good. All to Vanguard.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
And wasted a trigger. End of my opponent's turn. My turn. Stand and draw. Riding from right deck. Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. Right deck cost. I can use Storm of Judgment to resurrect Inlet Pulse, so I'll just discard Inlet Pulse and ride
ライ
Maelstrom. Next, I activate Algos' skill. Search the top cards in my deck for either an Aqua Force or a Tear Dragon. Superior Calling Tidal Assault to rear guard. Which side should I call it? I guess I will call it here. Yep, calling it here.
コール
Switching places. And I'm going to move Eradicus to the back row and call and activate the order card Storm of Judgment.
セットオーダー
Skill Storm of Judgment. Resurrect a Tear Dragon or Aqua Force from drop zone. I resurrect Inlet Pulse Dragon. Call.
スペリオルコール
And giving power, but nothing happens. And I think that ought to do it. Let's go to the battle phase. Inlet Pulse, unboosted, attacks the... Let's see. Alright, Inlet Pulse, boosted, attacks the Vanguard,
ヴァンガードにアタックだ
Kiora. 21k. She guards with a critical trigger. And then I'm gonna attack with Tidal Assault to the rear guard.
リアガードに
10k.
アタックだ
Not activating Soul Blast. The attack goes through. Slash. One less rear guard to worry about. The second attack this turn. Tidal skill. Counter Blast 1. Counter Blast.
シール発
And
動だ
restand. Then, boosted by Wheel Assault, Tidal the
ヴァ
Vanguard.
ンガードにアタックだ
18k. Not activating skill. Guarding with critical trigger, 25k. The attack fails, and not activating skill just yet. Gotta save my skills for next turn. Boosted by Theo, Maelstrom the Vanguard, 26k. Skill of Maelstrom.
スキル発動だ
Fourth attack this turn. Retire rear guard. Draw. I drew another blue storm.
ノーガード
The attack goes through. Twin drive. First check.
ゲット
Yes! Critical trigger. Just what I needed. Critical and power to Vanguard.
クリティカルプラスパワープラス
And second check.
チェックザドライブトリガー
No trigger. 2 damage. And boom!
ダメー
Check
ジチェッ
first. No trigger. Safe. Second check.
クダメージチェック
No trigger. Safe. 2 less rear guards to worry about. End of my turn. My inlet pulse of skill. It goes to the soul. And draw.
私のターンドロー
Here comes the grade 3.
ライダー
Aesthesis Kyrie. She calls
スキルを発動す
Kalfi
る
to rear guard. Kalfi skill plus 10,000 power.
ヴァンガー
Kalfi to
ド
Vanguard, 20k. No guard, gonna take it.
ノーガードだ
Out.
ダメージ
Damage check.
ゲッ
Heal trigger.
トヒールトリガー
Healing 1 point of damage. Healing. Powered Vanguard.
パワープラス
ヴァンガード
13k from Kyrie.
スキル発動
Skill, she's returning a card to hand. She only has 4 cards in hand. I might be able to finish her off this turn. I can't risk the chance of a double trigger or over trigger, so I'll just perfect guard. Perfect guard. Blitz order Elementary Sanctitude. Discarding draw trigger Lena for the
ブリッ
cost.
ツオーダー
Perfect guard.
完全ガードだ
ドラ
She
イブ
first
チェック
checks.
オーバー
Over trigger. Yes, I called it.
パワープラス
Second check.
ドライブチェッ
No trigger. Grade 3. Safe. Ka-chink. Made it through. I made the right choice. And at their turn, my turn. Stand and draw. It's time to Persona Ride. Here we go.
今こそ真の力を表せ
Persona Ride. Blue Storm Dragon Maelstrom. Power up. Draw. Another Maelstrom. Then I'm gonna move EO. Let's see. What should I do? I'm gonna activate Maelstrom skill, discarding a card. I discard 1 copy of Brave Shooter
スキル発動だ
to Superior Call from the Soul. Inlet Pulse Dragon. Call.
スペリオルコース
Looking good. Inlet Pulse gets skill. When it's the first attack, it can restand thanks to Maelstrom skill. Then I'm gonna call Brave Shooter over Earlicus. Call. And we're ready to the battle phase. Hold on. I should probably activate the set order as well, so just to give my back row Brave Shooter more power, so should I use it or not? You know what? I think I'm gonna use it. Like, do I have any other Aqua Force cards in the drop? Nope. You know what? Gonna call a critical trigger over here on top of Titles Assault. Activating set order. Storm of Judgment.
セットオーダー
Uses skill. Superior Call a Aqua Force or Tear Dragon from Drop Zone. Superior Call Tidal Assault over the critical trigger Alana.
スペ
Call.
リオルコース
Storm of Judgment skill. Give plus 5,000 power to a rear guard, giving it to Tidal
パワ
Assault.
ープラス
And now we're ready to the battle phase. Inlet Pulse attacks the Vanguard,
に
23k.
アタックだ
Skill of Inlet Pulse receiving from Maelstrom, Counterblast 1. The first attack of this turn, restand. Guarding with heal trigger, 28k, just
ガ
enough.
ードするわ
It's not over yet. Here we go. Not activating skills just yet. Go. Tidal Assault, unboosted, 25k to Vanguard. Skill of Tidal Assault, Soul Blast 1. Soul
ス
Blast,
キル発動
5,000 power to my Vanguard.
パワープラス
She's guarding with another critical trigger.
ガード
The attack fails. It's the second attack this turn. My Tidal Assault skill, Counterblast 1. Counter
スキル
Blast,
発動だ
restand. Then, my Inlet Pulse Dragon attacks the Vanguard,
ヴァン
23k.
ガードにアタックだ
ノーガード
The attack goes through. Bang, bang, bang. 1 damage. Damage check. Ah, draw trigger.
ドロー
Lucky
トリ
her.
ガーパワープラス
It's fine. I can still make this work. Not activating skills just yet. Boosted by by Wheel Assault. Tidal Assault to Vanguard, 33k. skill of Tidal Assault. Soul Blast 1, Soul
ス
Blast,
キル発動だ
and 5000 power Vanguard.
パワープラス
She guards with, draw, and a grade 2. 38k, just barely enough. She only has 3 cards in hand. We can do this. Wheel Assault skill, Soul Blast 1, Soul Blast, and
発動だ
switch the positions of 2 cards in my field. Switching the positions of Inlet Pulse with Theo. Switch around. This is, let's see, I attacked 2 times of Inlet Pulse, 2 times of Wheel Assault. Already a 5th attack, so I'll go in with my Vanguard first. We'll see how it goes. 33k to
ワンガード
Vanguard.
にアタック
Skill. It's the 4th attack of Mortis turn. Retire rear guard, draw a card. Twin Drive, first
ドラ
check.
イブトリガー
No trigger. Second check.
チェックザドライブトリガーゲット
Critical trigger, nice. Just what I needed. Critical to Vanguard. Power 2. Flow Strike Brave Shooter.
クリティカルプラス
Critical up and power up. 2 damage to opponent. Here we go. Boom.
ダメ
Damage
ー
check.
ジチェック
No trigger, 6 damage. I win.
俺の勝ち
That was a pretty good fight. It was a little rough at the beginning, but I got to try some of the new cards in this deck and make them work pretty well for me. So I got win, attack 5 more times in 1 turn, perfect guarded, drew an over trigger, did a persona right, 6 turns pass, did a superior call, retired 5 opposing units, and drew 3 more times in 1 turn. I got 2500 VP, total 254,875 VP. Pressing A to go next, leaving the fight, returning to fight menu.
どのファイ
Back
ト
in the
です
fight menu, returning to main menu, we
ど
go.
のデッキを使うどのファイ
And
トです
here we are in the main menu to edit deck menu. And the deck's been built, card is explained. And I just finished the deck on front of you, so first I want to say is thank you to the viewers for watching today's video, and to please stay tuned for more videos I plan to upload in the near future. I also will show support by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my videos and channel. And with that I say goodbye and see you all.